Welcome to the Naked Relationship Podcast. I'm Adam. It's just me today. Kelley is taking her podcast break still, but we've got a lot to cover, including getting outed by some of our friends, or to some of our friends. Anyway, so this week's sponsor is Alt Playground. So not only do we have an Alt Playground for the show, but we also have an Alt Playground account for our personal endeavors, because we wanted to be able to bring you the unbiased truth and really buy into what we are trying to sell you on. And the fact of the matter is, altplayground.net is not only an amazing sponsor, an amazing company, but they listen to you, they understand, and they try to push the ball forward, whether that's through their podcast corner, where you can find our podcast and other podcasts, but also through their I don't even know where to start, honestly, because there's so much that they do to make everyone feel welcome in altplayground.net. If you identify as a certain gender, they have that for you. And if they don't, I guarantee you, if you ask them, they will add that for you. They also have many different sexual orientations listed that you can put on your bio, on your profile. I love that. It's very inclusive. They have the big wall where you can find new sexy people to play with, or at least get some inspiration to maybe post your own photos, and with the hopes of being on the big wall that everyone has access to. You have the podcast corner. You have different communities, which you can find ours linked in the show notes below. And the other amazing part about altplayground.net is that, yes, subscriptions are becoming not only the trend, but also sometimes potentially too much, because everything is a subscription these days. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, VPNs, a lot of different services are all subscription-based, including dating websites and swinger websites and sex-positive websites. And so here comes Alt Playground, and they're giving you a trial for $3.99. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know of another company doing that. And so I think that's fucking awesome. They're really trying to help push the ball forward in a very progressive way. Not only that, but the website doesn't look archaic like most of the other swinger sites out there. It doesn't look archaic. It's mobile friendly. I don't know. I really enjoy it. It's definitely on the come up. And quite frankly, Kelley and I, we use it. We love it. And we recommend it to everyone, not just through the show, but in our personal lives as well. So don't forget to follow us on social media at TNR Podcasts. That's plural. Typically, Kelley runs the Instagram, but right now, what I'm about to talk to you about is our Twitter. Currently, we have been doing a Twitter poll of the week for the last, 4 or 5 episodes. And quite frankly, it's pretty exciting because with every new poll, it seems like we're getting a lot more voters in the poll. And I'm not getting political here. I'm talking about our Twitter poll. But it's always awesome to see you guys engaging with us and interacting and just having a conversation, whether it's, just a tweet or two saying, hey, love your show, but also engaging in the content that we're posting. So if we're posting the poll, then you guys respond to that poll and say, hey, I thought I voted for this or whatever, but I'm also, maybe I could lean on the fence, or have some engaging conversation about it. And quite frankly, I love that. I love that. I want to build more of a community with the Naked Relationship Podcast listeners and us. I think that would be really cool. So anyway, our Twitter poll of the week today, or this week, is how do you feel about pegging/being pegged? The choices were yes, please, not for me, that's wrong, and I'm interested. So one thing that I enjoyed was that the choice of that's wrong got 0 votes. So I enjoyed that because it for me, it shows a little bit of an open-mindedness, at least with our listeners that voted. Not for me got 26.2. Hopefully, you guys are keeping somewhat of an open mind or have tried it and said, hey, it's just not for me. I'm interested got 27.4%. And for those of you, I hope that you get to try it and I hope that you enjoy it. But hey, it's not for everyone. Yes, please was the by far winner by almost 19% with 46.3% of the vote. We got we got a lot of responses here. We've got yes, please from Jack's couple, who was mentioned several times in last week's episode. Shout out to you. Sex Uninterrupted, another fellow podcaster who's taking a podcast break, working on themselves. Good on you, mate. You said love it, and Bed Hoppers responded with take notes. I think that is funny as shit. I love it. Hotwife463 said love it. Let's see. Rahul and Shaylee, forgive me if I butchered that. You said would love to have a small chat with you guys. Feel free to send us a message on Twitter. Jack Rock said is sometimes yes please. I've wondered this. Not really tried it, but would like to experiment more / interested. And so, yes, it does count. And Irie Hotwife said, I love anal. I mean, I do too. So that is almost a direct quote from me as well. And Sean in NFI said ditto. So shout out to you guys for not only voting, but also responding to the tweet and engaging in a positive way. I enjoy that. And so I think for me, pegging is something that I wish Kelley would do more of, but I also understand a lot of it is like time and stuff like that. It doesn't really take a lot of prep work for me like it does with her. I think for her, it takes roughly about an hour to kind of work up to me inserting my full penile implantation into her wonderful booty hole that is my happy place. But for me, just get some lube and lube it up really nice and I'm good to go. But I really, I enjoy it. It's something that I hope everyone was into, but I understand that not everyone is. It's just not for everyone, especially the way that society has shaped it around the male asshole. Like, it's not to be penetrated by society. Like, it's just wrong. It's, I don't know. It's, quote unquote gay to do these. Like, no, it's not. I mean, we have a G spot in our arsehole, so, but I don't know. I enjoy it. The lady friend that I've been hanging out with a couple of weeks ago, she wanted to see a video of me using my toy on me. And so I think that was really awesome. I think that was like really hot and a good positive engagement. Like, she's taking an interest in what I like to do, except she already had an interest in that or a desire to do so. And, I think that it was pretty hot. Like that is, I don't know. It's really nice to come when you have something penetrating you in the rear. I don't know. It's just nice. It's a little bit of a different feeling when you come. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like mind blowing or anything, but it's definitely a very positive experience. I don't know. Try it before you buy it. I guess just what I'm trying to say is just please try to keep an open mind with it because it is fun. At least it can be. And in terms of getting started, don't go for a huge arm length toy. Go for something, small, maybe a butt plug. I personally do not like the skinnier toys. It just feels like a finger just scratching me and it does not feel good at all. And so everyone's different, but maybe you could use a plug. Maybe you could use maybe like a 4 to 5 inch dildo or something like that to kind of get started and just go slow. Lube it up. Lube and patience are going to be your best friends. One of the quotes that I refer to when talking about anal is slow and steady wins the race. Because if you just put it in there and go fucking ham right away, it's going to hurt like a motherfucker. It's not going to feel good. And for a lot of people, that ass needs like prep work. It's not like a vagina where if you just throw some lube and you can go to town. No, it's very different. Slow and steady wins the race, my friends. So that's our Twitter poll of the week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, TNR Podcasts, that's plural, for next week's Twitter poll of the week. So again, thank you for everyone who responded. Thank you for everyone who voted. And please try to keep an open mind with it. And for those of you who have tried it and decided it's not for you, major props to you if you're keeping an open mind. If you want to try it, still unsure, props to you as well for having an open mind. Anyway, so we're going to get into this week's story. So the lady friend that I mentioned in the Twitter poll of the week that was taking an interest in pegging or like seeing me do those types of things, her husband and I have not met. They have also not met Kelley. So last weekend, we all met up. We got a hotel room with the intention not of playing, but really just keeping it more of like a meet and greet type of scenario. And Kelley wanted to book the hotel. She wanted to get shit-faced. And I don't know why. I'm not a big drinker. Like, she's taking me out tonight to get me drunk for my birthday. That's tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not a big drinker. I don't see me getting drunk. But she wanted to get shit-faced last weekend. And so we all meet up. But beforehand, we met. So we're in a city where one of my good buddies lives. And I used to do some social media marketing and advertising for a Mexican restaurant near the university that Kelley and I graduated from. So my friend and I would always go there. A lot of the time just kind of randomly bumping into each other, but I was there so frequent and so was he that the staff thought that he was my dad. He's not, but it was just kind of the running joke. And he's also got this friend who, so we'll call the friend Matt, and we will call his female friend Sarah. Okay. So Matt and Sarah are not together. Sarah is married for many years and has 2 kids. And Matt and Sarah are really good friends. They travel together. They do everything, including arguing like a couple. So I jokingly behind her back call her mom and call him dad. And he thinks it's hilarious. But regardless, Matt lives in the town that's about an hour and a half from us that we met my lady friend and her husband. And so we decided for Kelley and I to grab dinner with Matt and Sarah first before meeting my lady friend. And as we're finishing up, my lady friend and her husband are, out and about. They're getting drunk already and at different bars while Kelley and I are grabbing dinner with Matt and Sarah. And the service is horrendous. Like, it takes probably 45 minutes longer to get the whole meal and dinner thing done just because of the service. I don't know if they were just backed up. I don't know if they were doing nightly duties. I don't know what they were doing, but it was super slow. And so I'm trying to kind of like get us out of there so we can go hang out with my lady friend and her husband. And so I guess for the record, we'll go ahead and call the lady friend, we'll call her Anne, I guess. That seems like a decent name for this person. And then her husband's name is Zach. So Zach and Anne are my lady friend and her husband. Sarah and Matt are my friends that are vanilla. They do not know lifestyle. So anyway, so I'm trying to get Kelley and I out of there so we can go meet Anne and I don't even fucking remember. Anne and Zach. Trying to do that. And then Kelley invites Matt and Sarah out with us to go all hang out under one umbrella. Because to be fair, this wasn't supposed to be a play date. This wasn't supposed to be anything. Like, nobody was expecting play at all. And so we all meet up downtown. We finally find each other. And so we all meet up downtown. We finally find each other and we try to go into this one bar. It's a long ass line. We're not trying to do that. And so we go to another bar. It's a lot less of a line, but apparently the wait was still fucking forever. So we ended up getting a drink, and I know like nothing on this menu that they have. And Kelley's like, just get me what I'd like. And I'm like, okay, great. I got you. They had fucking nothing. And so I go with a beer that allegedly is similar to what I drink normally. My go-to is always a Blue Moon, Coors Banquet. And so those are my 2 go-tos. And so I got a beer that was similar to a Blue Moon, tasted like shit. And I got Kelley like an Oktoberfest type of beer because she likes pumpkins. She likes fall type of things. And so I thought that she'd like it. She fucking hated it. And honestly, like, that kind of threw off the night a little bit. But this whole time, there's like this awkward, nobody's really talking. Like, the whole night, I guess, was thrown off by Zach and Sarah being there unintentionally. Like, it wasn't my intent for that to happen. But when you have Zach and Anne there with us, it was awkward because Anne and Zach are trying to get to know Kelley and like, I'm trying to be nice to Zach. I'm trying to, show him that I'm a good person, because I feel like if you're going to be sleeping with my wife, like, I would want to know that you're a good person. I'd like to know you a little bit, make sure you're not a shitbag. But so I'm trying to show Zach that same level of respect and all this stuff. And meanwhile, like, Matt and Sarah are kind of like, so how did you guys meet? And everyone kind of like, yep, sure did that. Yep. Marked it, checked it off our list, And eventually, like, I go to get, like, I'm coming back from getting a beer and Matt goes, you didn't tell me this was an arrangement. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that you all 4 have an arrangement. And I'm like, what did they tell you? He said Kelley kind of like spoiled it because he was asking Kelley, like, he had that same conversation with Kelley before he came to me. And so he tells me what Kelley said. And I'm like, all right, We are swingers, yes. I've played with the lady friend before, but never met the gentleman before. And that's what tonight was supposed to be, was just a meet and greet, not a play date or anything like that. And so we get back to the table. He's still kind of like laughing and giddy about it. Sarah's like, oh, God, I don't judge. It's not for me. Everybody does their own thing, whatever. And so that was nice that she wasn't judgmental. But then Matt was kind of like, ha, 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 I can't believe my own son would do such a thing. Not in like in a negative way, but he just couldn't believe that we were swingers. And so, I don't know, they left very shortly after. And then probably another 20 minutes go by of, I guess, maybe some awkward silence, but we were trying to carry on the conversation. Zach is, in training for his new job, and his new job has a lot of similarities with Kelley's job. So they were able to kind of communicate, talk a little bit about that, and, just kind of feel each other out a little bit. Kelley did say that Zach was very hard to read. And so we all decided to leave that bar, go to one where we all kind of were like, yeah, let's, maybe have a better drink choice or something. We'll still try to get drunk, whatever, because I didn't even finish my beer. It was bad. Kelley, I think she powered through it. I didn't. And everyone had kind of lost the buzz that they had. I didn't have one, and so then we're walking to the bar. And by the time we get there, they close in like 10 to 15 minutes. So it's like, all right, what's the fucking point? So then we all walk back to our own individual cars, completely sober, on a night where 3 of us were trying to get fucked up and like wasted. And so then we just decide to go back to the hotel, and we all start kind of just getting ready for bed. Like, I don't know why, it just kind of happened. And I'm texting Anne, and we are just kind of talking, and she's like kind of just saying, I would give anything to fuck right now. But I'm a little hesitant because in the car ride over, I was telling Kelley that I don't know how you feel about him, but honestly, like if it's a situation where Anne and I would like to play, but you and Zach are not into each other, then I wouldn't want to play out of respect for you guys. Like, I feel like that would leave you guys just sitting there like, what the fuck do we do? Let's twiddle our thumbs or play around on Twitter, social media, whatever. And so I'm hesitant to play with Anne in this particular moment in time. So I run the idea by Kelley in the bed because I got a boner a little bit going on. Like, how it's not completely like full mast, like it's, probably like half mast, whatever. But like I really wanted to have sex. And so I probably shouldn't have, but I ran the idea by Kelley, and Kelley's like, fucking go for it. Like, I told you in the car you could do it. So Anne and I go to the bathroom. She turns the water on, gets in the shower, and we start fucking just going to town. And surprisingly, the condoms work. Like, the lube on the condoms didn't really wear off in the shower. So that was really nice. And we fucked for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. I'm not sure. And at one point, Zach comes in. He's like, don't mind me. I'm just taking a piss, whatever. And I don't stop fucking her, whatever is what it is. Kind of was like, okay, what do we do here? And just kept going. And then when Anne and I are done, we dry off and we come out. And what do I fucking see but my beautiful, gorgeous wife, bare ass, sucking his cock. Fucking loved it. Like, I had a huge fucking smile on my face. Like, I could not stop smiling for like an hour. So probably within like 2 minutes of us coming out of the shower, they kind of agree to just like, end the play right there. I guess he had a little trouble like getting it up or something. I'm not sure, but they did not fuck. I thought that they did, but they didn't. But he went down on her, got Kelley to come, which is always great. And then Kelley started to return the favor, and I don't know. I guess maybe us coming out just kind of threw him off a little bit. I don't know. But anyway, so after that, we all just go to bed and kind of have the fun morning afterwards. And by fun morning, I mean everyone's just getting up, getting ready, and trying to get the hell out of the hotel to go get breakfast. And so that was our weekend last week. And it was a lot of fun. It was great to meet Zach and Kelley to meet Anne. And Kelley enjoyed Anne. They have a lot in common. They're both Gryffindors. Don't really know what that means other than it's a Harry Potter thing. That's one of Kelley's like big things. But regardless, that's going to do it for this week's episode, guys. Thank you for listening, and watch out for our Twitter poll of the week, which you can find at TNR Podcasts on Twitter. That's plural, and TNR Podcast is the same for our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So be sure to follow us on there, check us out, and if you would like to send a message to Kelley on Instagram, I will make sure that she reads it. She might be very slow to respond, but I will make sure she reads it. And just let her know that you're thinking of her, hope that she's doing good. I mean, this past 5 or 6 weeks or so, have just been really tough on her for many different reasons. I'm not going to get into specifics. Maybe we'll do that at a later episode. That's not my story to tell. So anyway, don't forget to check out altplayground.net. They are amazing. We fucking love them. And we are confident that you will too. $3.99 gets you in the door for a little trial. And when you're done, when you're done signing up for it, check us out. Join our community on there. Link is in the description below. You can also listen to our podcast on there. If maybe you're a couple days behind and you just want to listen, or you're a couple episodes behind, but you want to listen to our show while you're finding your next sexy play date, you can do that on altplayground.net. You can do it all in one place. It's beautiful, just like they are. Anyway, fullswapshop.com, get our merch, get some pictures of it, model it for us, and you will be featured on social media with your consent, of course. That's going to do it. You guys, hope that you have a good week, and yeah, have a good week, guys.